You watched me get my truck last month, and guess what? It's back in the shop.
Aw, why?
We're talking about the good old trucky poo, okay? So, if you've been watching this content, I'm Dan Beals with Dan's Haulaway, and you watched me get my truck last month, and guess what? It's back in the shop.
Aw, why?
Let's talk about this a little bit. What's going on? How am I keeping my hair? We're gonna see how this goes, okay? So, I brought my truck into the shop around Christmas, and I got it back in the beginning of June. So I have only had it for about a month, and then it started having problems again. The problem started because where I parked the vehicle, somebody got a little excited and decided to cut a hose and siphon my diesel tank. And then from there, I started more problems, okay? So I filled it up, found out that there was a leaky poo, and that's no good. I fixed the problem, and it didn't fix the problem. It just started like flashing lights and stuff like that. We got through that entire day, but the next day it started having problems. Took it back to the shop. And now I have been back 3 times, I believe 3 times. I went back 3 times in 1 week period, okay? All last week, they called me 3 separate times that the truck was ready to go. And I get there and I drive away and the lights come on.
Damn.
And then it goes right back in the shop. The next day, they're like, hey, it's done. And I'm like, okay. And I get there, and there's a guy underneath, and it's leaking fucking puddle. And I'm just like,
Seriously?
okay, I'm not taking the truck today. And then the next time I go back, they say, hey, it's ready. And I'm like, okay. And I don't even get off the parking lot, and the lights come on. And I don't know what to do here. Is it me? Is it the truck? Is it the shop? Is it everything? What is it? Now, you might ask yourself, why are you taking it to some rinkety-dinkety shop?
What are you doing?
I have it at a big shop, and they work on diesel trucks all day, every single day. I don't think I'm at a bad shop. I just think that there is just bad luck. And I am having all of it with this truck. I originally bought this truck from Ryder. Hasn't been a great experience, okay? The second I bought the truck, I didn't even make it home. The light turned on and it was in the shop for 2 weeks. So it has been nonstop since I got the truck. It's not just that it's been with this shop and the problems, blah, 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 blah. But now they're talking about the transmission.
What?
So they're sending it over to Roadrunner. Don't know what Roadrunner does, but I assume they mess with transmissions. And so we're gonna find out what's going on. It has been since Friday since they've had the truck fully and doing its thing. I haven't heard anything back from it yet, but man, is this a problem. Why is my truck always having problems? And when am I gonna be able to have this truck back? You know, you wanna buy your own equipment, but the only problem with buying your own equipment is you are responsible for the maintenance, whether it's good, bad, or ugly. And right now we're in the ugly.
So ugly.
Really ugly. It's bad.
Damn you!
I don't know what to do. Any questions on this? What would you do? So tell me how you deal with the problems with your trucks, okay? Are you fixing them yourself? Do you have a buddy that comes to you and fixes it? Do you have a shop that you go to? How is it you know that you're at the right spot? How do you know that you're fixing it the right way, right? Are you jimmy rigging it and just creating more problems for later?
Wait, what?
Are you getting it fixed and paying full price and all this stuff? My thoughts on this kind of thing is I like to do it in a professional manner, so I try to get a big shop to handle this stuff. I'm not just letting my friend Mike to come over here and work on my truck. It's just not the way it's working. I'd rather get it done right than rather doing it twice. That's just the way I do all of it. Everything that I do, whether it's my personal vehicles, everything. I'm not trying to, I used to be a mechanic, a diesel mechanic at most. But guess what? I'm not touching my vehicle. I don't want to change the oil. I don't want to change a tire. I don't want to change any brakes. I don't even want to tighten a screw.
I just don't get it.
I don't want to do any of it. Let somebody else do it so that way it's done right and I don't have to, I can wash my hands of it, make sure that any kind of warranties and all that stuff takes place. Now, in the meantime, what am I doing without my truck? The same thing I've been doing. I've been renting U-Hauls in the time being. I can't afford to just be purchasing trucks all the times, so I have a fleet of U-Hauls. I've been trying to get this set up for a while, but I recently just got a business account set up for U-Haul, and now I get much better rates, okay? So what it was previously is I was paying about $600 to $700 a week for each truck. That included the overall length of time of rental, 5 days, around 400 to 500 miles a week, and all the insurances that come with it, right? That's a lot of stuff that's happening there, and it was getting pretty expensive. Now that I have this business account, it is a flat rate of $425 a week with up to 500 miles, which is perfect, okay? So I'm almost cutting it in half in the sense of the amount that I'm paying. So now 2 trucks is gonna be $850 rather than 1 truck being $600-700, okay? So it's making a lot more easier on my pocketbook. I also got a new business account with our local dump, okay? Here in Denver, our dump fees are pretty expensive, okay? So the dump that I use, it's $200 every ton. I now get it at $130 a ton. So it's making it a little bit more cost effective. I've been consistent enough to where they're wanting to do these business accounts. So it's making it a little bit easier in my pocketbook and to where I can be a little bit more profitable. But that's exactly how I make things happen. All these truck problems, they happen. You can't stop it, all right? You know, I did not expect 6 months of my truck being in the shop and then now being in the shop again for the past couple weeks, but it just kind of is what it is, and I have to keep on moving. I can't stop my business just for my truck. Rent a U-Haul, keep on moving, but it's all incorporated in your pricing. So make sure you stick to your pricing.